Hello. Today's lesson is about dividing polynomials. We have two objectives today. The first is to use long division and synthetic division to divide polynomials. The second is to be able to use synthetic substitution to determine the value of polynomials when given a value for the variable. We have two vocabulary words we want to pay attention to today. The first is synthetic division. The second is synthetic substitution. So keep an ear out for them. Let's get started. Polynomial long division is a method for dividing a polynomial by another polynomial of lower degree. That's important. It is very similar to dividing numbers. Let me show you some examples. Right, this down here is an example of division we learned back in 3rd and 4th grade. They want to divide the number 277 by 12. Well, how many times does 12 go into 2? It doesn't, so they left it blank. How many times does 12 go into 27? Twice. So 2 times 12 gives me 24, and then we subtract 24 from 27. That gets me a 3. Then I bring down the next term, which is a 7. And now I try to divide 12 into 37. It goes 3 times. 3 times 12 is 36. Subtract 36 from 37. I've got 1. There's nothing left to bring down, so that's my remainder. Well, let's look at polynomial long division because it's the same basic concept. We want to divide x plus 2 into 2x squared plus 7x plus 7. The one thing we're going to do different is we're only going to look at the first term of our divisor and the first term of our dividend to see how they are related. How many times does x go into 2x squared? Well, if I multiply x times 2x, I'll get 2x squared, so that's where the 2x comes from. The one thing we got to do, though, we got to multiply 2x times the whole divisor. So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 2 is 4x. And now I need to subtract the whole thing from the top. 2x squared minus 2x squared should give me 0. And it should do that every time. 7x minus 4x gives me 3x. Bring down the next term, so I have 3x plus 7. And now I repeat the process. How many times does x go into 3x? It goes in 3 times. So 3 times x plus 2 gives me 3x plus 6. 3x minus 3x is 0. 7 minus 6 is 1. There's nothing left to bring down. X plus 2 won't go into 1, so 1 is our remainder. Alright, now let's do this step by step so you see exactly what's going to happen. Alright, we're going to start with negative y squared plus 2y cubed plus 25 divided by y minus 3. Alright, the first thing you want to do is make sure you write the dividend, which is what's being divided, in standard form, including terms with a coefficient of 0 in it. So there was no y to the first power. We're going to make that 0y. And then we're going to write the division sign just like we would back in 3rd grade. Y minus 3 is going to divide into 2y cubed minus y squared plus 0y plus 25. And we'll continue this on our next slide. Alright, let's work this out. Y minus 3 goes into 2y cubed minus y squared plus 0y plus 25. Alright, first step. figure out how many times the first term of the divisor, which is y, goes into the first term of the dividend, 2y cubed. We should come up with 2y squared. Alright, so we're going to multiply the 2y squared times y minus 3. 2y squared times y would give us 2y cubed. 2y squared minus 3, or times negative 3, gives me a negative 6y squared. And we're going to subtract that. So notice the subtraction symbol in front. Alright, now, what is 2y cubed minus 2y cubed? It's going to be 0y cubed. And what is negative y squared minus negative 6y squared? Well, that's the same thing as negative y squared plus 5y squared, or plus 6y squared, gives us a 5y squared. Now, bring down the next term, and we're going to repeat the process until we can't do it anymore. So now, how many times does y go into 5y squared? Well, if I think about it, if I multiply y times 5y, I will get 5y squared. So 5y times y should give me 5y squared. 5y times negative 3 gives me a negative 15y. And now I subtract again. 5y squared minus 5y squared will give me 0y squared. 0 minus a negative 15y should give me a positive 15y. Bring down my 25. Alright, again, got to figure out how many times y goes into 15y. We get 15 times. 15 times y minus 3 gives me negative 15y and a positive 15y and a negative 45. We got to subtract. 15y minus 15y is 0. 25 minus negative 45 gives me 70. Alright, I can't divide 70 by y, so it must be our remainder. And I'm going to show you how to write the remainder in the next slide. Alright, here is our final answer. Here's what we started with, divided by y minus 3. We took what we divided it by, we took our quotient here plus our remainder over our divisor. That is our whole and complete answer. Alright, now hopefully y'all have understood this. If not, come tomorrow with questions. That is fine by me. And now try this one on your own. Alright, thank you.